Tessa, hi!
Hi!
Congratulations on being part of another great movie.
Thanks so much.
So I want to actually geek out with you for a second. I have the first appearance of Jane's Thor.
That's so cool.
I don't have the first Valkyrie. That's a much harder book to find. But I'm curious, do you have any cool collectibles or comic issues that since joining a franchise like this, people have gifted you, or you've went out to find yourself, or just had?
Oh, that's such a good question. Well, I have some old Thor comics, but I also have ones Valkyrie's appearances when the art started to be inspired by my portrayal of her in the MCU, that's the most surreal thing to see, a version of Valkyrie that looks like what we did and looks like me. So I have those, and then of course my favorite is a little Lego I have of Valkyrie, because I grew up playing with Legos with my sister, and so that was also another very surreal moment of seeing that and being oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Immortalized as I have the same Lego figure, the minifigure.
Yeah,
I have too. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Valkyrie is a warrior, a king now, and those are kind of labels of a character that make them sound really strong and tough and hardened.
Yeah.
But also in this movie, we get to explore really complex layers of Valkyrie and explore that psyche and explore trauma and things that she's carrying with her.
Yeah.
I would love to hear from you, what was it like to get to explore the more personal sides and bring that to the film?
Oh, I love that. I mean, it's also my favorite thing about the comics. It's something that Stan Lee would talk about, this idea of the things that sort of, our trauma is also our source of power. It can be the source of good power or bad power, depends on how we decide to wield it. But those things that have happened to us that we carry with us sort of create who we are and make us extraordinary in our own way. And I always thought that that's the most inspiring thing in comics, and why so many people feel seen inside of them. So I really love getting to explore those facets of Valkyrie and of all these characters. And I think in this film in particular, you get to really see kind of the pathos of these characters.
Yeah, and speaking of wielding power, you get a new power, which is the lightning bolt. We see it in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything.
Yes.
What was it that you get? Did you have to learn anything new, any new moves, or get to do any crazy VFX work or something like that?
Yeah, there's some new moves, which I'll be honest, I didn't get to. I wish I had had more time. Valkyrie doesn't get as much time as she would like to with the Thunderbolt, but it was very fun. I hope Russell doesn't mind me saying this, but he's amazing with it, obviously, because it is his weapon. So he really learned how to wield it, and sometimes he would rehearse outside of my trailer, and I would watch him rehearsing, which was really fun. Because I also remember when I first was playing Valkyrie and training for her, and with my sword with Dragon Fang, I would just take that thing everywhere and practice. So it was very sweet to watch Russell in a tennis skirt practicing his wielding abilities. I
love it. And so as I'm adding, my last question for you is, after Avengers Endgame, Valkyrie's met everybody, right? All the heroes.
Yeah.
Who do you think she keeps in touch with?
Oh, definitely Bruce Banner, the Hulk. They're really good friends, and they're pen pals, and they text each other, and they're on various group chats, but they definitely check in. They'll FaceTime each other occasionally just to see how the other is doing.
I love it. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. Congratulations on another great one.
Thank you. I so appreciate that.